Welcome to Provocative Bite. Welcome to Provocative Bite.
Hi Provocative Biters! It's time for another Use What You Have recipe. This is actually one of the recommendations that my friend Altair had mentioned because she had a really good point that probably quite a few people had a lot of instant noodles in their house. Whether that you bought it way in the beginning before we all had to stay at home, or whether you've actually had it for ages and it's just been sitting in your cupboard for a while. I have decided to make a pimped up version, that's it, I'm calling it a pimped up version of your noodles, where it's not just your instant noodles and water. You've actually got some different toppings, fresh toppings that you can get from your fridge, and probably some vegetables or protein that you also want to use up, or any herbs from your garden, if you have a garden, or any herbs that you bought, or if you have some plant pots and you grow at home, you can use those as well. So there's many types of different instant noodles. You've got your Japanese ramen, you've got your Korean ramyun, you've got your Indonesian indomie. In Thailand, we've got mama, that's where I'm from Thailand. And in England, you've got your pot noodles and so forth. So yes, I think you guys already know your range. I personally really love Korean instant noodles. I don't eat them that often because they're highly addictive, so I just need to always be careful how much I've got in my cupboard. So ramyun noodles, and again, if whatever noodles that you have, but just as if you guys wanted to know, the ramyun noodles that I have I really like because they've just got this really bouncy, chewy texture, and they're kind of thicker. So I think for instant noodles, instead of just having it with hot water and the sauce packet that they have, plus the instant soup flavoring that they have, you could really just spice it up and get some of your vitamins in. I think the main things that you should have is some type of protein. So that can be chicken, seafood, tofu, or anything, if you're vegan, any kind of vegan meats or vegan soy. You can have any type of green leaf vegetables. That could be if you have bok choy, which I doubt everybody has. So it could be spinach, cabbage, or broccoli even, if you want to, which I know is not a green leaf vegetable, but it's green, it's really nice. You could have mushrooms. The other one is, I think you should have a fresh herb. So that could be coriander. You could use chives. You can also top it with spring onions. The last thing is, you should definitely have it with the runny egg because it just makes your whole mixture super creamy and it's really good. But if you're vegan, it's okay if you don't have any egg. You could just have it without. So I really hope that you enjoy it, and I'll just go through a run through of basically what it is that I'm doing. The toppings I decided to choose was eggs, smoked salmon, spinach, spring onions, and shiitake mushrooms. And that is something that I decided to do because that's what I found in my fridge. And yeah, I had some smoked salmon, so I decided to use that. And again, you can use whatever protein that you want to have. Do not be shy. So for my green leaf, my green vegetable, I decided to use spinach because I've got quite a lot of it and I love it. And with this, to cook it down, you just need to wash the spinach, and any water that's remaining will help create the steam in the saucepan. Therefore, you just need to stir it ever so often. And you can see, as you know, spinach really decreases in size really fast. So however much you think you've put in, actually it comes out really small. And you see there, it's finished cooking. And what you have to do is just push out all of the natural juices that come out of the spinach so it's able to absorb the sauces that I'm ready to incorporate with it. I used a Korean-inspired spinach side dish. And now I'm adding 1 clove of crushed garlic into the spinach, some soy sauce, some light soy sauce, and some toasted sesame oil, which just gives it a great taste as well. And you need to, I feel, mix it by hand, which just helps all the flavors get into that spinach, and you gotta give it a taste, as I always say. And now I'm just adding in some crushed sesame seeds. So I'm slightly pinching in my hand and crushing it. Okay, now let's talk about the eggs. Oh my gosh, it is, I feel, the main player of all of this. It is the main player because it gives this beautiful creamy texture to your instant noodles that you didn't know that you needed in your life. For the boiling of the egg, from the minute that your water starts to boil, you want to be boiling it for 5 minutes. That's where you start to count. Make sure though when your egg is boiling that you bring the heat down a bit, because when it goes on a running boil, your egg's just going to dance around a bit and it's going to crack. And I know that from many experience of many egg boilings. So just remember that, keep that in mind. And after 5 minutes you put it aside, ready for cracking and cutting in half and having that beautiful egg porn. I decided to use dried shiitake mushrooms. You could use any type of mushrooms, but I also wanted to use that because I've had that in my cupboard for ages. I'm rehydrating it. The water that I'm using to rehydrate is gonna leave this really nice mushroom broth, and I'm gonna use that for my ramen. The instant noodle that I used was the ramen Korean instant noodle from the brand Shin, which actually do really good instant noodles. And it's actually it's a spicy flavor one. So at this point, my mushroom broth is boiling and I'm adding in the noodles. And whilst I'm waiting for my noodles, I'm gonna cut the green part of my spring onions, ready for the garnish of my final plating. I can't even say final plating, though. And now I'm adding in the soup base and also the dried vegetables that come in the instant packet. I'm giving it a little mix. When you crack the egg into ramen and you just mix it around, the broth starts to become really creamy and just the color changes completely. You gotta mix it pretty fast though. Don't just stand there and mix slow. You gotta do it fast and watch that creaminess come alive. And once that's all done, then you're ready to serve. And then you're ready to put all your toppings. So that's it for today for this video, the Pimped Up Instant Noodles. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I really hope that you get to play around with whatever you have in your fridge. Again, that's something that I always highlight, to use what you have in your fridge. If you have any questions or you have any other suggestions of any ingredients that you want to use up, leave me a comment below, or you can direct message me on Instagram, which is @ProvocativeBite. So just make sure that you subscribe to keep update videos and press the notification bell. That's right next to the subscription button. And I really hope that you guys are enjoying cooking. Keep cooking and keep experimenting. I'm gonna come up with some more videos. If you guys need anything, just let me know. I'm always here. Stay home, guys, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!